everybody, welcome to episode 2 of my Python tutorial series here on my channel. In this video we're going to be talking about variables and data types in Python. But before we get started with that, I just want to talk briefly about why we're using the PyCharm IDE for the series. So if you want to skip ahead, there'll be timestamps up on the screen now and also in the description. So let's get started. Alright, so when you download Python, you also download something called the IDLE. As you can see here, you can start typing your code. Hello world. Just like before, hit enter, and it prints out. So one of the key differences I like about PyCharm is it has something called autocomplete. As you can see, we start typing, we have print, we can just hit tab, hello world. Alright, and then just run it and run straight to the console. Okay, and then another thing is debuggers. The IDLE does have a debugger, but with PyCharm, I just like it a lot more, and I think it's easy to use. And basically what a debugger is just software built into the IDE to help find and detect if there's any bugs in your code. We'll talk more about this in later videos, but for now, just close out of it. And there are some cons to using PyCharm compared to other IDEs such as VS Code or the IDLE. Is PyCharm is very memory heavy, which means it uses a lot of memory. Compared to other IDEs, not like a lot of memory, like 5 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes of RAM, but compared to other IDEs, it's pretty heavy on RAM. So if you're using a lower level system like Raspberry Pi or like an old computer, it could lag and slow down. But if you're on a modern machine with like 8, 16 gigabytes of RAM, you should be just fine. So that's basically all I have for how we're using the PyCharm IDE for the series. So let's get started with variables and data types. Alright, so let's start off by declaring a variable. This variable is going to be called name, and we are going to assign it with the equal sign to a string, my name. Okay, so you notice this right here is a string in Python. It lets Python know it's a string by doing the quotes. So these could be single quotes or double quotes. Alright. And if we print name, this will print name into the console, and name is assigned to this string. So it should print this string. And there we go. So strings are surrounded by quotes. Okay. And we have another data type called integers. And if we type age, which is another variable, and set it equal to, say, 17, and then print age. Age is assigned to 17. So when we print age, it should print 17 right there. Alright, so integers. Also, you can call them ints. Are whole numbers. Okay, so integers are whole numbers. You cannot have a decimal. That will be called a float, and that's what we're going to get into next. Floats. Okay, so if we have, let's make a variable days till Christmas. Okay, and assign that to 35.5 days. You can see that there's a decimal in there, and that tells Python that this is a float. Floats have decimals. And if we print that out, print, and there's that autocomplete coming in handy. Run this, and there we go. And might as well talk about it now. You can see that we have underscores in here. So in Python, if we want to separate words in Python, we do underscores. So my underscore name is blank. You can see instead of a space, we put underscores. Also, when defining variable names, you cannot have random symbols or numbers in the beginning. They have to start with a letter, so like name and age or days till Christmas are all good variable names. You could do camelCase like in other languages. My name is blank, but in Python, we usually just use underscores to define spaces in variables. And we also have one last data type. It's called Boolean values. And what Boolean values are, you either get true or false. It's either one of the two. Let's capitalize that. So let's say is, all right, underscore tired is equal to true, and is underscore hungry is equal to false. And you see that we capitalize them. We have to capitalize them in Python or it will not work. You can see we get a red underline, which tells us there's an error and it will not run. So we capitalize it. So is tired, true, is hungry, false. So am I tired, true, and true is equal to yes. So is tired, true, yes, is hungry, false, no. All right. So, and one last thing I want to talk about is not defining variables. So if we have, let's say, my name and this name is assigned to my name. So you'll see, since my name is not assigned to nothing, this name cannot be assigned to my name because my name is not assigned to anything. And the last thing is capitals do matter in variable names. So if we have hello is equal to hello and hello is equal to, let's just say, hi. These are two different variables because they have different capitals, H's. So if we print hello, it's going to come back as hello. And if we print hello with a capital H, it's going to come back as hi. And we can also overwrite variables. So we have hello as hello. And if we wanted to change hello to hi and print hello, run, you can say it says hi because the code is ran from the top to the bottom. Alright, so let's review what we learned today. So this right here is a string, and you could tell because it's surrounded in single quotes, and they also can be surrounded in double quotes. Name is a variable, and we're printing the name when we run it. This is an int, it's stored in age, print age, 17. Days till Christmas, it's a floating point because it has a decimal, print days till Christmas, 35.5. Boolean values, true or false, have to be capitalized. Print is hungry, false. We can also overwrite variables by defining the variable again. I'm pretty sure that's all for this video. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be talking about getting user input and basic operators such as addition, subtraction, multiply, divide. So thanks for watching and have a good day.